Hello, my friends. This is Andy over at the Create a Launch It Profit Facebook page, a part of Zero to Hero School. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to get a color palette that you can refer to every time you're creating any kind of graphic for your Facebook page, your Kajabi site. The colors for running on Be Live TV is what I'm on right now. And what else? There's all kinds of stuff for your book cover, for t-shirts, for logos, for all that kind of stuff. You're going to want to stay consistent in your colors because it makes people, it's easier for people to recognize you. A brand color would be like a black t-shirt that Steve Jobs used to wear, right? Or a black shirt. I think it was actually a long sleeve shirt, but and I think you wore a black t-shirt, but that black shirt was kind of like him. When you see the colors, white and that metallic gray for the Apple, you recognize that right away as being Apple, right? And so and every company has its color scheme, Coca-Cola, that kind of stuff. And you see those colors, and sometimes you don't even need to see the name or the logo, and you know that that's what they're talking about. And as people are going from your Facebook page to your YouTube channel to your website, and see you on stage and see the things that you use on stage, like if you have a, hey, Jan Springer, I'm the color expert. Nice. That is good to know. So creating this palette is important because you're going to refer to that often as you're building your stuff, and staying consistent along all the platforms is really important. People that are scrolling through their Facebook page will be looking through stuff, and then if they're really interested in what you're doing, what you have to say, they're going to recognize your color probably really quickly, not necessarily anything else, and stop to make sure that they're not passing something you've posted because they're actually interested in what it is you're saying. All right, so our show today is being brought to you by 22 Social. If you run a business and do not use 22 Social for your Facebook presence, then you are missing out. 22 Social is an app that attaches to Facebook and allows you to do all kinds of stuff, run contests to give away things, to create gates from your public page to your private group, which I have 2 of those right now, especially on this Create a Launch It Profit. If you go to the top, you'll see a graphic. You'll click on that, and you'll see it'll take you to a gate, which allows you to pay $9.99 a month to give them to the private group, where we go deeper into all of this product creation. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to be doing some stuff in Kajabi and showing you, the kind of step-by-step thing that I do as I'm creating a new product in Kajabi. I have actually 2 things I think that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days, and then helping a client with her branding and her Kajabi page, and I will be using that in examples, and I'll be doing much of that in the private group, and so you can see exactly how I do it. What tools I use to create the graphics and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to jump right into this color thing right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, or actually I'm going to go to the website, and the site that I'm going to be referring to is called Coolers, and the website looks like this, and it's COO. Actually, you know what? I'll put the link in. Sorry for my mouse. I really got to get a new mouse. This mouse it makes a lot of noise. And I got to scroll, 100 times. Oops, I copied the wrong one. Here, hold on. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so I'm going to put this right over here, and I'm going to share that with you. So this is the website that I go to. It's free. All right, and the first thing you're going to need to do is you are going to need to create a login or a presence. It's free, but they want your name and email address, and they want you to log in, because they obviously want to know and see if they can sell you some of the paid parts to this particular website. There are paid versions. I'm really not explored that much into, what you get for the paid stuff. But anyway, I'm sure it's good stuff. I've seen it, but I can't remember all the stuff. I just know the free part is fantastic, and it gets everything that I need right now for myself and the clients that I teach and coach. All right, so right here are your sponsors for this particular page: Wired, Treehouse, Shopify, Smashing. These are all some of them I use, and so obviously the way they can give this away for free is because they have great sponsorships that utilize palettes for creating a brand. So first thing you're going to need to do after you log in is you're going to start the generator, and you can either push this button here, this blue button, or go up here on the top, and you probably don't see my cursor. It's funny because when I use Camtasia, you can see my cursor, so I get thrown off and going back and forth. So you're going to hit this button up here, generate, and it's going to bring up this palette. Now, let me show you what my hands are doing down here, because this is one of the things that's actually pretty cool about this, is that it allows you to change these colors very easily, and it's by pushing the space bar here. And I'm just waiting for the website to come up to generator. Obviously, I'm using a lot of resources. Right now, I'm using a couple tools, as I like to do, because I want everybody to know what tools I'm using on my computer to bring these Facebook Lives to you. That way, because all of you are watching this because you're probably pretty close to being in the same space, or you may need to know how to do it for your particular reason. Wow, that is spinning for a very long time. That's probably because I chose to shoot this in 720. I probably should have stuck to the 580. But anyway, wow, that's taking a really long time. So there we go. So there's your palette. So now I completely forgot what I was going to say. The tool. Oh, I'm Mimo Live. I'm running Mimo Live, Be Live, and obviously I'm using an active website where it's all using resources. I'm connected directly into my modem using an Ethernet wire, sorry, Ethernet cable. So it shouldn't be running this slow. I have a brand new modem. I've had a bunch of stuff. But anyway, we're going to get a little bit of slow stuff going on here. I hope that's okay. I'll be going back time to time to see what the comments are. So if you have any questions, go ahead and make sure and put them in the comment section. When you do log in, or when you do start watching, please put your information in there, who you are, where you're watching from, and that kind of stuff. All right, so this is a default, not a default. This is just a palette that just comes up. It generates some colors just to get you started. They are probably not going to be the colors that you want. So right down here, as you can see in the picture-in-picture, I'm hitting the space bar. When I hit the space bar, it'll change the colors. It usually does it really fast. Again, there's going to be a little bit of delay because of the internet. So what you're going to do is just click around until you begin to see the colors that you want. And none of these yet. Well, we're getting close. There's a couple there that I kind of like. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue. If you go to the next one, and then as you're clicking, you decide that I really did like those previous colors, you're gonna go here and hit the back arrow, and you'll go back to the previous set of colors. See, they'll come right back. All right. So if you find yourself delayed, and you go, you know what? About 2 slides ago, I did like those colors, by the way, or I liked one of the colors that I saw in there. All right. So you're gonna do this until you find some colors that really pique your interest. So I'm a big blue guy. I love blues, and so if I like this blue. And actually, I'm going to move this in a different position. I'll tell you about this later. All right, let me just move it over here. All right, so if I like this blue, but it's not exactly what I want, what I can do is right here, you see where it says adjust. As I'm hovering over it, you see that it pops up and says adjust. You're going to click on that, and you can adjust this blue to be more in line of what it is that you are looking for, and kind of change it around using the brightness and then using the saturation until you really get that color close. And then you can go into RGB, select that. That'll give you another set of colors that you can really hone in on that color that you're looking for. All right, so that's one way, the CMYK channels. And so it gives you more options there. And then you can pick by dragging that little gizmo around. And then you have your sets of colors that it's kind of within. And you can pick one of those. So let's say I wanted Pantone, I can just click on that and it'll give me the different Pantones that go along with that. So anyway, so I'm going to click on that. That's still not exactly what I want. So another way that you can find what you want is clicking on this thing right here that says alternative shades, and click on alternative shades, and it'll give you a whole bunch of alternative shades. And right down here is pretty close to what maybe I would like. Now, I already have my own palette, so I'm just kind of just messing around with this one. And so if I like this one being in the second tier, that's fine. If I want to make this my primary color, then you click on that the left and right arrow that's there, and you just click and drag the color into the first position. Then you go back into the space bar, and you just hit the space bar, and now, oops, sorry, back. After you've got it to where you want it, you click on this lock down here, and you want to lock it. So now that picture or that color will stay there. Sorry about that. And it'll stay there, and it'll be the one that the rest of the colors begin to work off of. And you hit the space bar, and you'll get another set of colors. Let's go ahead and like this one. Now remember, you're going to need possibly a darker color and then a couple of other colors. But remember, you're going to need a color that you're going to use for your fonts. You don't always want to use white, right? So you're going to find a color that is enough contrast that if you used it to put some text in something that was this color blue, you're going to want to make sure you get a blue or get a color that will fit in there and look really good. So I'm also keeping an eye out for a color that will fit in for a font color. Ooh, this one on the end. I like this one. And again, now you can drag this over and put it right next to that darker blue and just really see if that's what you want. If it's close and now you're looking for maybe a different shade, you click on the shades and those will come up, and maybe go a little bit lighter. Click on that and now it'll change to that better shade. That looks kind of cool. All right. And actually, other than that purple one, so now I want to lock this one in and maybe lock. So this one's locked in too. So, and maybe lock this one. I kind of like that dark gray. All right. So again, I'm just messing around. Some of you are going, blah, you know, Andy, what are you doing? That looks horrible. But you're just going to keep clicking until you get that last color that you're looking for. And again, when you get close, that's good enough because you can make a whole bunch of adjustments. Oh, there you go. So I like that color. All right. So possibly there. I mean, that could be the colors that you are looking for. And then what you do is go up to export. You click on export, and then you decide to save it. I would save it both as a PDF and a PNG. A PNG you can take and put it into your Google Slides. I'm going to go ahead and and change out the picture-in-picture. So you can use the PNG and put that into Google Slides and make it really easy for you to use the colors from your palette into the Google Slides and that kind of stuff. And then on PDF, reason you like PDF, and I'll show you from one I've done earlier. Let's see, I'm going to have to do something here. Hold on. I'm going to create the PDF. Stand by. In Mimo Live, I'm going to have to change the window capture to the PDF. So just one second. There we go. All right. So this is the PDF. So you see down here, you got all your hex codes. You got your RGB colors, HSV and CMYK. And these are all good colors because you're going to give those to your graphic artist possibly, or your t-shirt creator, or whatever it is that you're using. And these are the colors that they're going to go by. So this hex code for this particular blue is right down here, and you can copy and paste that. So if you're in Canva and you need the hex code, you're going to copy, and none of those windows are coming up, but you can see that I highlighted it. So you'll right click on that and you'll be able to copy. All right, so you copy that number and then you just paste it into the right spot on your Canva that asks for the color, and then it'll use the very same exact color that you have here, right? And then you can have that for the rest of them. And the RGB and all that, it will be used when appropriate for that type of thing. All right, so let me go ahead and switch back to Canva because I got a couple more things I want to show you really quick. Hold on. Back to generator. All right. I know this is Saturday, so I probably don't have a whole heck of a lot of people watching, but I'm going to go ahead and check really quick to see if there's any comments. All right, good. So I do see I have people watching. I just nobody wants to comment right now, other than my friend Jan Springer, my very first girlfriend, the first purple person I fell in love with, and gave her a ring, which I'm not sure she wanted me to tell everybody that, but yes, Jan Springer. We went to elementary school, junior high, and high school together. Runs a great antique store in Riverside, California. Get a hold of Jan Springer if you are an antique enthusiast. I mean, she has a fantastic store and has a lot of expertise in that area and decorated some pretty famous places. So Jan, if you have a website or anything you want to put in the comment section, that would be great. Hey, Michael, I am still going to get those videos to you. I have been busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest and just have not, I'm not sure if that's appropriate to say on this Facebook Live, but it has been crazy, and I'm glad you use this, but it's fantastic. All right, now let's say you have a picture that you like to use. Or a picture of your logo, or a picture where you took this picture and whatever you were wearing, whatever the background is, it just was perfect. And you go, you know what? I wish I could replicate that. If you have anything like that, and what I'm going to do is just use a logo, I think, for the first time. You can just click what's right up here. You can kind of see it. It's pick colors from an image, and you're going to click on that image or that logo that looks like a camera. Wow, I'm not sure why I couldn't figure that out. And you're going to find an image that you're going to drag in there. So you can drag right from your file, and I'm going to drag my logo, my earlier Falco Canine Academy logo, and you're just going to drop it right in, which is very strange. I'm so sorry it's not showing. You know what I should have done is actually showed you that other view that I have here. All right, so on my screen, as you can see, there is, and I'm going to zoom in if I can do that. Will it allow me to do that? No, it won't allow me. So I'm using a Lumix here, a Lumix camera as my second camera for this 2-camera shot. So you see this picture, it's still thinking. And I can actually make this actually a little bit bigger, so you can see it a little bit better. So you see right in there my logo, it just popped in there. All right, and then I'm not sure if you can see it yet. So hard to tell. But anyway, wow, my Mimo Live just crashed. I do not know if I'm still on. It is possible that I'm not. I could still be on. My program just crashed that I was using, my Mimo Live. I have never had that happen on a live broadcast. So let me know if you can still hear me, even though my Mimo Live crashed, because I did select. Okay, I'm still on. Hold on, Steve. Steve, thank you, Steve. My Mimo Live is restarting. Well, I should have known because it was struggling earlier, and it really was having a tough time running. It is having a tough time reopening right now. I'm not sure if another window has popped up here. Oh, it needs me to probably select. Yep. Hold on. I'm going to keep on going. This is some good stuff right here. This is how you learn that if you're ever afraid to go live because you're afraid things are going to go wrong, get over it. It is going to go wrong. And there are going to be things happening that you cannot help because your computer electronics and things like that, they have failures. The other day, yesterday, I was doing a demonstration on how I use a 3-camera shot, and the battery died on the other camera. And let's see if it's actually going to connect. I think I can refresh. So stand by. If I lose y'all, I'll be right back. I'll actually come back with a new broadcast. But I'm going to refresh this Be Live and see. And now it wants to send a report. So stand by. I'm going to see what happens here. And if everything fails and I can't come back, I'll start it. Hi. I'm back. All right, Mimo Live is restarted. I'm back on my main camera here, and we're going to see if I can recover from this. And I'm going to go back to my window. Oh, see, now I have to reset stuff. Hold on, stand by. I'm going to have to reset the window source. The window source is, this is so much fun. Isn't this fun? Oh, no. Here we go. Stand by. Silence, but it's hard to type and do all this at the same time. Hold on. Almost there. I'm going to get rid of this one. How fun is this game that we are playing right now? Windows source 1. All right, here we are. I found it. All right, there's where we go. There we have the logo. Oh no, actually, you know what I'm showing you is something completely different. Hold on. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so here we go. So now we can move this little thing around, and it will allow us to pick the colors that are in our own logo or in the picture. So if you had a picture, again, of yourself somewhere, and you, again, like the shirt, like the pants, that it either is an old, maybe you don't have that shirt any longer, maybe there's something in the background that you really like because it really matched with your face and your look and that kind of stuff. You can even bring in that kind of picture. And Coolers is so strong that you can use that in selecting your colors. So here I brought in my logo, and it sees the blue that I've selected on. And again, I can go over here to the red, and it'll find the red, right? Or the black, which is kind of boring. But blue, there we go. We got the blue, and that first blue comes on. And then when you hit OK, it's going to give you that scheme of colors that you like, which I like. I actually like that, right? And you can actually change this one. So if this one is a repeat, you just go to the shades and maybe you change it to that. Right, so now you have a different contrasting color. Woo, that was good. That's all I wanted to finish on too. I almost made it through. And now my voice is already gone. It's starting to go. And so there's my other look. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of that. What camera is on right now? There we go. All right, so that was fun. That was fun. It was fun for you. It was fun for me. Again, you can recover. You just calmly get things all reset. That is one of the great things about BeLive.tv is that in the middle of a broadcast, you can actually refresh. And it'll continue with the Facebook Live as you're refreshing the page. And from time to time, things happen. Michael Moreno had said that he had mentioned that he uses this or has used this. And again, it's great. It's great for creating your palette. Now you keep that and you're going to use it. So let me see. This is going to be a danger, but I'm going to give it one more shot. I'll show you how I use it in Google Slides in case you're wondering, because maybe some of you said, what do you mean he uses it in Google Slides? That doesn't make any sense. Because I'm wondering if it has to do with the craziness of the broadcast. Nice recovery. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, you know, things happen. What are you going to do? You can't go crazy. And again, sorry for my noisy mouse right there. If I had a mouse pad, that would probably help. So where are my Google Slides? Google Slides. La-di-da, la-di-da, they're not on that one. Hold on, I'm going to go to Google Slides. There they are. All right, Google Slides. Actually, I'll go ahead and share my screen. That way you can kind of see what I'm doing so it isn't completely a horrific time watching me and my funny face. So you can see I have a bunch of slide decks. I use this to create a lot of stuff. My YouTube cover art. I use it to create my Facebook presence. So if you go on my Facebook page, you can see that the banner that's at the top fits perfectly. And then when you look at your phone, it looks exactly the same, except for now it has a bottom on it because that banner is different on a phone than it is on a computer. You will notice that. That mine don't. Mine actually fit both. And so I use Google Slides to do that. And if you like, I can teach you how to do that. If you want to hire me as a coach, no problem whatsoever. So I'm opening up Google Slides here. And hopefully I'm picking one that has the palette. And it's opening. I promise you, it just takes a little while. It must be a Saturday. You know, I'm wondering if on Saturdays that, you know, people are home and everybody is using the downstream of the internet, and it just causes things to drag. And I'm having a feeling that's it, because I had everything cleaned on my internet. They came to the house. They, you know, put new copper wire in and all kinds of stuff. So that could very well be the issue. The template that I use to be able to put in the logo and that kind of stuff. I was hoping that I had put the an example. So what you can do, and I'll just show you really quick, is you can now take your palette that you've created and you can drag it onto a slide. So now you're going to see it pop in here in just 1 minute. It just is going to take a second. Oops. La-di-da, la-di-da. That's not what I wanted to do. I need to import an image. So now we're going to have to wait for it all to refresh again. Don't worry, it will, because I really want to show you this. And we are going to allow it to happen. And as we wait for that to happen, I'll come back on. And smile and show you that I'm smiling. As that's refreshing, you're going to put this palette in a place. I put it on my desktop. So I can open it up very quickly as I'm creating something and pull those hex codes out and put those hex codes into whatever it is I need to put them in as I'm using Canva, relay that. What other graphics do I use? I mean, if you're using, one of the Adobe products that, Photoshop or something like that, then, there's hex codes that you could use to, and refer to as you're building your stuff. So they're really, really important. If you're using a graphic artist, you're going to send them your palette, and that way they can work from that. So if you're using Fiverr or 99 Designs or guru.com or whatever you're using I see why I'm using, I have to share this, I have to copy it. You share that palette with them. You just put it in your message to them in the file on Fiverr, for instance, and you attach it as a file and you send it to them, and that way they have it and they can work from that. Really, really easy. All right, well, I'm about had it with this internet because you click on things and then 10 seconds later, it begins to operate. So what I had on that is I had it protected on the Google Slides, and I'm having to unprotect it. Of course, that's the one I picked because I was showing it to somebody and I didn't want it to be stolen. So because there's a lot of work that goes into creating those templates and making sure that you're within the parameters that look best on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, because they have some really odd stuff. YouTube or Facebook is one of those weird ones that it looks different completely different on a phone than it does on the PC. And you'll see that people, when you see their Facebook page, how the ends are cut off, or you see their face is kind of cut off, unless it was supposed to be like that. If it wasn't, you'll see their face cut off, and it'll start with like the third word in their sentence or second word in their sentence because you have it too close to the end. Well, these templates that I've been able to create with the help of Andrew Lane from 22 Social, another reason to be a part of 22 Social, he created these things that are just fantastic, and you really need to get connected with Andrew from 22 Social. Amazing graphic artist and does some amazing stuff. All right, well, this is taking way too long. It is still spinning and waiting mode. It's just killing me on this particular broadcast. It must be because it's a Saturday and everybody's at home with their air conditioning and using the internet, because this is incredible. This is really, really amazing how long this is taking to load. It is just now showing you, how on slides, it shows you all the slides that are created on the left-hand side. It is just, it's on the third slide and it's taking forever. Let me show you. Maybe by the time I go to it. So look at that. It's still just stuck there. There. Now it's finally flipping 4. Let's see if it'll go further. Wowzers. I know this is exciting, isn't it? I can do some really fantastic shows. So I created a YouTube video using Camtasia to show you all this stuff. So if you're just tired of watching me and just want to go to my YouTube channel and look at it there, feel free. I completely understand, because we're never going to get to this part. And so what you're going to do is you're going to bring it into your slides, in your very first slides, and you are going to bring it in as a graphic. It won't be for anybody else to see except for you, and it becomes available to you as you're creating your slides to make sure that the colors that you're using, as you can see there on the left-hand side, as some of those are coming up, that they all are the same, right? I'm using the very same blue in all the slides. You create your master slide and make sure your colors are good. But if you import something or another component, you're going to want to make sure that your palette is available so that you can now make sure that it fits within the blues or your color scheme and that kind of stuff. So you're going to put it in that very first slide where right here, like I did, and created this template so that I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to do it, and then make sure that my palette is in there too so that I can refer to that. All right, so that's it. There's nothing I can do because it is just not going to cooperate and load fast enough. It says it's trying to connect, but it's not any longer. So thank you, Steve, for telling me that it was a nice recovery. But wow, that was pretty painful, wasn't it? All right, so that's it. I just used coolers. At least the very first part, I was able to get through the very first creations of the colors for you, the palette, and that's how I use it. That's all I wanted to tell you. 22 Social, again, is my sponsor for the show. So the link is in the comment section. Click on that, and that will take you to 22 Social. And I think it's 14 days for free. So if you use that link, which is my affiliate link for 22 Social, it'll give you some time that you can actually watch. Or not watch, actually do it for a little while. Watch how things work for you, and then purchase it. All right, you're welcome, Steve, and thanks for sticking around. I know that was a little rough there, but it's still. I can see that it's still not loaded on the Google slide, so I apologize for that. And somebody's at the door and really wants me. It's a good thing we're ending. All right, I will talk to you later. Take care, and thank you to Jan and everybody and Michael for joining me. I really appreciate it, and all those that joined but didn't let me know you were there. All right, take care. Talk to you later. Bye.